Hey guys, so I don't know how many of you follow the Whittaker family. I have been since when Mark was around. Soft White Underbelly. Mark is the channel owner. He used to help the Whittakers until he got screwed over by them. So the last update we got, there was the restraining order on BJ, which is Larry's daughter. She's in the rugs. She couldn't be on the property. That was stated. That was instated, however you call that. And so she wasn't allowed on the property. Just a few days ago, we learned from Eric. He's the guy on the bottom here with the finger. Oh my God, I just want to give him a hug. This poor guy. So what we found out the other day was BJ, Larry's daughter, who's on rugs, was on that trailer across from the house. She was in there. And Larry and Betty knew it. How I know they knew it? Because they dropped the fucking restraining order. Yeah. So the Amish that were supposed to build them that home, that had to be canceled. That was the deal. BJ is abusing Ray. She busted his knee one night. Hit Timmy in the face. Who knows what she's done to fucking Lorraine. She's disgusting. She's not even supposed to be on that property. And Eric made damn sure that there was a restraining order. For the three that can't fucking talk for themselves. Betty canceled the restraining order. Not Larry, her father, Betty. So that, I just learned about the other night. I've been talking to a few people on my channel, and they're like, did you hear what happened? Yeah, I did. That sucked. What's going on right now? This is this gentleman here. I'll share his channel. The Whittaker channel that Eric runs here on YouTube, it's gone. It's no more. So I have this guy that I go to. He's factual, and he's the type that, you know, he doesn't, I don't even think he has opinions really. He just wants you to listen. He's the only guy I found that covers the Whittakers from the Whittaker channel that's now gone. What you're about to hear, it's mind-blowing. It's bad.
I get a call. From the condo where I rented the Airbnb. Patrick played on my heartstrings. I need somewhere to stay. I just want to get away for a while. I don't want no one around. I just want to get off, and you think you can get me a room up there? I was like, yeah, man, you can do that. You mind getting it in your name? Sure, Patrick. Just pay me back out of next month's money. After everything else that I've been taking care of, right? I get him a condo. He was staying right next to me in the Airbnb, guys, because he said he needed to heal. That condo was freaking trashed, man. Hold on, I'll get to all that in a little bit. I'm getting information about what's going on.
I'm not going to play this gentleman's words. I would rather you guys give him a view, so I'm just going to fast forward.
Going on. I've got a lot to go through, guys. That condo was trashed. Dog poop, chewing tobacco all over the pillows, the walls, you name it, pills all over the floor. Don't worry, I've got the video. The back doors were left wide open. When he got out, Moose was with him and his other dog, and I said, Patrick, does the owner know you got that dog with you? And he said, oh yeah, I told him. No, they didn't. Not only that, he goes and puts them on the kitchen counter in this brand new renovated place. Decorations for the condo that became spittoons. Diapers on the floor. Stains all over the couch. Pills all over the floor. Literally, I don't know. How do you get snuff?
What? You see where he's going with Patrick, right? Oh, it gets bad.
On couches, countertops, like everywhere. The kitchen sink was full of it. Big wads of it all over the floor. Poop all over the back deck. And guess whose name it was in, guys?
Yours. Shit.
You guys think you know. You have no idea what I've been through up here. And I'm a good friend. I wanted him to get better. This is his record.
Patrick's record.
It's like a freaking Bible. I'd like to say something. His mom and sister, his family are good people. And she's went through the loss of 2 of her sons. And I hate for this to happen. I really do. But and then I found pleading guilty to stalking and sexual crimes just last month. And Timmy's in Victoria's Secret just a few days ago, and we're getting him to take pictures with women while he's in it too.
Oh my God.
I'm a little hot right now, guys. I could go on. I'm about to go find out what's going on with that family. I could care less about the social media.
He's pissed. Oh my God. I could just imagine that record. Did you see how many papers that was? As he said, as thick as a Bible. And Patrick's in those photos. So he goes to Victoria's Secret because they always bug Timmy about getting a girlfriend. It's a plaything. Usually it's Eric that usually bugs. So Patrick takes Timmy to Victoria's Secret and gets pictures by using Timmy's popularity on the internet. And then he gets to be in the pictures too with them women. That I'm imagining he's not even supposed to be 10 feet around any woman because he's stalking and harassing. And oh my God. Oh my God.
I care less about the social media. I haven't been on here doing the gimmick or the YouTube. I knew when this happened, the YouTube was probably going away. And it sucks. I put a lot of work behind it.
It's gone.
And I'm a very passionate guy. The whole time I was up here, I was busting my ass, not even hardly sleeping, taking money out of my pocket. And then having someone do that to me, that's how I get repaid.
Like, this guy's gotta be fuming. Not only did Betty and Ray completely just destroy him by Betty took that RO off and allowed BJ on the property, and that wasn't the deal. Sure, these donations are for the Whittakers, but they were going into a trust. So that money would not go to BJ. And they were getting a house built because of Eric. All this was because of Eric. Wow.
I don't know how they can look at them. And you know what? After everything I did for that family, the movies, the new clothes, all of it, I never heard a thank you.
He didn't. But you know who did say thank you? Thanks to Eric, was Timmy. That's my biggest fear is Timmy. I'm scared he's going to fall back. I'm scared he's going to get depressed because him and Eric became very, very close. And as you saw, Timmy's talking. Timmy's never looked so good. Eric's taking care of his head wound. I mean, he's got him singing. I'll never forget. That should have been a meme. I'll never forget. Timmy, what are you doing in there? I'm shitting. He's my favorite.
And I don't do it for the thank you. I literally have done stuff like this all my life, guys. If you think this is about the likes, clicks, and views, you don't know me much. I already had a platform.
I tell you one thing. I've been single since 2015. Like, I had a couple dates here and there. That's a long time being single, right? If I ever came across somebody like Eric, I'd marry that man. He's amazing.
And I really would much rather be at home, and I didn't want to be on. I don't even want to be on it here.
Shut it.
Now, guys,
Oops.
Now, but this is what happens, and what sucks is now the whole thing is about scandal instead of the family getting the home they deserve. They literally had a log cabin
A log
built by the Amish. About to happen.
They did.
Free.
Until Betty decided she's going to cancel that RO and allow BJ to be back on the property. Why would you do that? I don't really believe that she's threatening them and stuff. She probably is. However, they could have called Patrick. They could have called Eric. They could have called the police. They should have called the police. She's not supposed to be on that property. But no, Betty went and dropped the RO and lied to Eric about it. So Eric called the sheriff's office. He gave the phone to Betty. Then he found out it was Betty that canceled it.
You guys don't know the half of it. I tried to cover for you, Patrick. I tried to cover for you. I hope you would get better. I really did. You weren't even supposed to be at that concert. Ray had an orthopedic visit the day before, and you didn't. You had one thing to do. Get Ray to the orthopedic visit. I came all the way up here from Georgia, and you told me I would not be able to get him a doctor's appointment.
Now this is the part.
More later.
I don't know why his face is on Eric's.
The first time I was up here.
This is weird.
After we recorded that interview on YouTube. Me, Patrick, and Eric. Next thing I know, he is in the parking lot of the hotel at the Skyline, cussing up a storm. Come up here, MF, or you know what, I'll beat your ass, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what the heck
first
is
night?
going on? When I walk outside, he just throws the phone at me. He's like, here, you take care of it. Take care of what? I have no idea what I'm running into, guys. No idea. I get on this phone, and the guy starts cussing to me, and I said, you better watch yourself there, dude. You don't know who you're talking to. And, like, I'm not trying to get involved in this, but tell me what's going on. That guy's on there trying to act like a saint. He owes my 73-year-old grandmother $1,200 he stole from her.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Anyway, yeah, I'm ready to spill the beans. And to Patrick's mom and sister, I'm sorry, you guys don't deserve this. But, Patrick, you need to go on and tell the truth. I have nothing to hide. If anybody's ever sent money to this family, outside the one time I asked you to send money for me for the Airbnb, and as soon as I got what I needed, I went on there and said, stop sending money. I've got what I needed. If anybody ever sent money to this family, put it down in the comments. We need to know where that money came from. I want 100% of it accounted for. 100% of it accounted for. Because I don't think I've been told the truth, and I don't think the family has either.
Nope.
If you ever sent money, put it down in the comments.
It's thousands.
What was done in the dark, it's time for it to come to light.
Oh my God, he sounds like me.
I
knew I liked
blew
you.
the whistle in a group with people that I found out were paying FaceTime for Timmy not long ago.
What?
And said this is not supposed to be happening. There was lots of people involved. This is not...
What the fuck?
This is not a cash cow here. The Whittakers are very easy to manipulate people, and they get a lot of attention. The worst drug on the face of this earth is attention, guys. You think crystal meth and crack and all that's bad? The things that people will do for attention will blow your freaking mind. And the last thing in the face of this earth you're ever going to see me do is take advantage of a special needs family. This was going on before I got involved. This was going on before I got involved. I was asked to get involved, and I gladly accepted. But I've got to look at myself in the mirror at the end of the night, and I got kids that I want to show them the right way. And this is the last thing I wanted for my babies, is to be in a public spot putting up with crap like this. But I'm not leaving Timmy.
Good. Yes.
I don't know where, I don't know how, but I'm gonna find you, buddy. I'm coming, and you guys can bet on that.
Oh my God, I want to cry. That's my biggest worry is Timmy. Timmy and Ray and the Rain have been removed from the home. Yeah. Where they live is a dump. It's disgusting. They cannot live there. But I guess it's good enough to live there for Betty and Larry. They weren't told to leave. But the 3 people who can't take care of themselves, they have been removed. but nobody knows where.
So I don't know if...
So that's Patrick, the one with the record, the one with the rug problem. On the right-hand side, that's Kenny. And he's the cousin. And then on the left-hand side, that's Betty. The one who took away the restraining order that they needed because BJ was ABUSINGing Ray, Lorraine, and Timmy. But she dropped it. Her name's on it. She dropped it.
Everybody knows this or not, but the state just come in and took Timmy and Lorraine and Ray. We don't know much more about that.
Betty, I could just smack. Him. Punch. The other one, Kenny, I don't think he's got nothing to do with nothing. You hear that? Something, but Eric took care of it. Of course he did. He's always cleaning up your mess.
Yep, this is true. So what I thought was going to be the day of getting on here and being transparent with people, since everybody thinks this is a scam, and that
with you, it clearly was.
That me and Eric are making money off the Whittakers and they don't get nothing out of it. That's false. That is, I talked to Creepalacha this morning, and I told him that I would come and sit down with him and I would show him whatever he needed to see in order to squash that for the people out there that...
I have a feeling this one's going to end up in jail.
Like playing the troll. So I got Betty here. Larry come up here, and Kenny. It's not a good day. Not a good day.
God, Betty looks mad, angry or something. She's got a sourpuss look.
So apparently the state come down here and they said, well, they told me that they come down here because the living conditions down there wasn't good enough for Timmy and Lorraine and Ray to live there. But I guess it's good enough for Betty to live there.
And Larry.
And Larry.
Not them.
But you idiots were the ones who wanted that restraining order lifted so your fucking daughter could be there, who is abusing your relatives. What? I'm sorry, but Larry and Betty deserve each other. They really do. Ew. Oh my God, remember Eric said that all that stuff was being spit all over? It was because of Eric. It was because of him, Patrick. Ew.
They're saying that it's because of BJ. I'm sure that part of it is because of BJ, but other than that, they have their own way of doing things. So we just let it go at that.
Sound like you had a choice.
There's nothing I can do about it.
Betty falling asleep? What the fuck? Is she sleeping? Oh.
What kind of comments are we getting, John? People's asking comments. Yeah.
Prayers. Heartbroken.
Ew, like, do you have to do that?
BJ.
Go on. Go.
Is this the same condo that's in Eric's name?
I don't know if you have the option to get Timmy.
Or back at his home? I don't know now.
I'm going tomorrow morning to file for guardianship of all three of them. So, even if I have to live somewhere else.
Guys, this was just a quick...
Like, what? I don't know if there's any more. Hold on. Nope, I don't think so.
The living conditions and what was going on within the home, living-wise.
Mm-hmm.
If I get an update, I'll share. Thank you. I know.
Yeah, he's the only one I really go to. So his channel is Layla's Toys. I will link that in the description. Can you imagine this idiot thinking he's going to get custody of 3 people who need intensive care, like they need help around the clock? He has a broken leg and a record, and he thinks he's getting custody. Wow. This sucks. They were warned by Mark this would happen. Not to this extent, but that it wasn't wise trying to help the Whittakers with Larry and BJ and freaking Betty involved. The other 3 need help. They should have been taken out of that home a long time ago. They're older. They need help. You know what I mean? And they clearly weren't getting it. Like, every time Mark showed up, they were always, like, they never bathed. They were always dirty. They was just drooling. Ugh, it was gross. But when Eric came into their lives, like I said, I've never seen Timmy so happy. He's learning to read, to count, to tell the weather, like ABC, everything. This fucking sucks. It really does. Anyways, you guys let me know what you think in the comments.